Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Aunt Becky.
I'm Matt.
I'm Joel.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Tracy.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Matthew and I just got finished setting up the farm market this morning. Daniel and Dad are down taking care of animals. And all the girls are now here filling things up and getting everything ready to open up the farm market. And now that that's accomplished, we have got a busy day on our hands. So we're heading back to the fields. We have now made it out to the field. Matthew had to stop for a moment. He is feeding the neighbor's animals while they are on vacation. But to get started off on this busy day, we're going to be harvesting pickling cucumbers. Recently on the farm, it has been very warm and dry, which is good and bad for a few different things. We're happy it's been warm and dry because we have a lot of straw down that we need to bale and stack inside the barn. However, we are spending quite a bit of money on irrigation for our crops. So we need rain and we don't need rain. We're kind of caught in this weird middle ground. Now, if you asked me what we needed more, rain or the dry weather, I would tell you that we definitely need rain. And the forecast was saying that we could get some rain this afternoon. So we're trying to get our vegetables harvested as early as possible so we can get back to baling and stacking straw. Which, as a matter of fact, is something we've been working on. If you remember from a previous video, we got some wheat harvested. Well, in the meantime, we've been able to finish off our wheat crop. Now we just have to get all that straw baled and put away because that is a big money maker for us. Now, when it comes to our plantings of pickling cucumbers, regular cucumbers, and zucchini, there's a lot of variables. Depending on the time of the year that the crops were planted, depending on the weather, you can get a large harvest or you can get a smaller harvest off of these cucumbers. Fortunately, for the past couple of years, we've been getting a large harvest off these pickling cucumbers. And we don't like to brag, but we think we're getting pretty good at raising them. It makes it a lot easier to raise these when you have these raised beds of mulch. It makes it a lot easier when you have the drip line running through them. And I just think our weather here in Northeast Pennsylvania really helps us to grow these cucumbers. Now, in saying that these cucumbers grow really well, that means they are a lot of work. We pick these cucumbers so often that I forget how many times we pick them in a year. And this right now is just our first planting. We have 3 more plantings of pickling cucumbers that we're going to be harvesting. There's just going to be a lot of work this year. Well, there's a lot of work every year, but you get it. Pickling cucumber harvest has been going really well this morning. Daniel showed up and he got the zucchini finished, so that's nice. We'll have plenty of fresh zucchini for back at the farm market. Now, as we're harvesting our pickling cucumbers, we're looking for nice stuff. Now, back at the farm market, the larger pickling cucumbers don't sell really well, but we started doing something a little different with those. We are taking them home, and Grammy actually is pickling them, and we're selling like pickles, like dill pickles. It's pretty cool, and she sells quite a few.
I'm hot. It's muggy. There's one right by the basket.
Right by the basket? Okay. Dad, what does this look like to you?
Crop damage. I think one of the girls were out here.
I can't tell if it was a mouse or a bird, but they were really starting to get in there. We just went through and got all of our cucumbers, pickling cucumbers and zucchini picked up. As you can see, we got it all loaded onto the truck. However, we are not finished. We have an order for 20 bunches of dill. So before we can leave this spot, we've got to get all of this dill harvested. We got our 20 bunches of dill. It looks pretty good sitting on the truck there. So now we're moving on to our next crop. The next crop we were moving on to was cabbage. Now this variety of cabbage is called Charmant. Now Charmant is an early cabbage, so it doesn't get a very large size to it. Also, with the lack of rain, this cabbage isn't as big as we'd like it to be. However, even dealing with this weather, this cabbage still got a nice size to it, and we got nice firm heads, which is what we really want. That wasn't too difficult. We got about 4 bushel of cabbage cut for the farm market. Now we do have later varieties planted right next to it, and those will ripen up as the year goes on. And then what feels like sooner rather than later, we're going to be planting our next planting of cole crops. If you ask me, that's a beautiful sight. We got cabbage, we got cucumbers, we got zucchini, dill. It's been a great harvest this morning. I'll find a bucket. Ugh. Put all this dill in.
You missed some.
Did I miss a dill? I missed 2 dills? We're not the only ones working on baling today. Tyler is here. He's been picking up square bales of hay all day. And now we're heading back. We're gonna start loading up more straw into the barn.
Does this guy think we got all day or something?
Something else that happened today, the mount for my GoPro just decided to break, like randomly. So if things are a little shaky, sorry. So that's made filming a lot more fun today. We open up this big door to try and let a breeze in there. We don't know if it helps, but we like to think it does. We are now up in the barn. I've posted a few stories on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably should. And we've stacked quite a bit in here, but now we're just gonna continuously be adding more straw until we're at the roof. We just put a wagon of straw in here. We are already at the ceiling on the left side of the barn. So we're gonna try and bring it even straight across and just fill this whole section in. Now we used to do a lot of square bales for Joel with the horses, but we're not doing too many this year. We're filling up their hay mow back at the farm. But this whole section is gonna be open for straw. We were gonna try and just put oat straw down here. Yeah, oat straw. But I think we're gonna end up putting some wheat straw down there as well. Because at this point, we're about halfway, a little under halfway done with our straw, and the barn's almost half full. So we're concerned if we're gonna get a lot of yield, that we might not have enough room. So this extra section really helps out. Daniel has head out. Daniel is starting to bale. So we should be able to get this wagon finished before lunch. We'll probably head back and eat, and then we'll be back out here stacking again.
Over to you, get up the wall.
Well, everybody, it's going well. We're starting to get pretty high up. You can see all the way down there. We just got another wagon put up into the barn. We're running out of room, but it's looking pretty good. Just to give you guys an understanding of how high up we are. We were stacking right there. Daniel was all the way up at the top. You can see all the way up there. We're pretty high up there. You know it's warm up in the barn when you come outside, the wind starts to blow on you and you get the chills. We're heading back to the farm. It's lunchtime. We're gonna eat. We just got back from unloading straw. Callie is down here working, right? Yeah. Are you playing in there? What do you got to play with? Let's see what we're having. Ooh, we're having BLTs for lunch. We also got some macaroni salad. Looking good to me. We just got done with lunch. We came back out to the barn. We're gonna start unloading some more straw. It has not gotten any cooler here, that is for sure. We just got our first wagon of the afternoon put into the barn. You can see we've got a nice chute all the way down there. We now have Joel with us for the afternoon, so this is making it a lot easier on us. Ever since Daniel left, it's kind of difficult to throw bales all the way up here with just 2 people. So now that Joel is here, that's very helpful. Got that front section filled in, that front section filled in, and we got another wagon to put up here. Well, everybody, things are changing. We just got another wagon up in here, almost stacked to the ceiling. Now these ceilings are like, I don't want to say, well, like 40 feet tall. So we're pretty up here. You can see down there we have Matthew and Joel, and we have this whole middle section all the way up to the roof. So I don't know how many more wagons we're gonna be able to fit in this section. I'm thinking 1.5, and we should have it filled and we should be stacked to the roof. So if you were never up in this barn, there's something that would freak you out. There's these wasp looking bugs flying around called mud dappers. They look scary. They look like they would kill you. But they're non-aggressive, but they can sting. So you don't want to mess with them. But it's scary. You have all these mud dappers flying around. They look scary, and you're worried one's gonna fly into your forehead. It's happened to me before. Didn't sting me, but it could always happen. I have exhausted all my room up in the top of the barn. I have no more room to stack. So once we finish off this wagon, I'm gonna climb down. It is nice out here with the AC on. Joel, you're not gonna believe it. It's still daylight outside. You feel that? That's called a breeze.
About 15 minutes ago.
That's a sight I've never seen before. This is always filled first, where we're at.
Is all right. Show him, Joel. That's So we've got that whole section stacked, but we are not done unloading straw for the day. Unfortunately, I'm starting to get pretty tired. We just got our bale elevator moved over to this section, so Dad should be on his way back with the next wagon. Just got our last wagon unloaded for the day. The rest of it should fit on the wagons, which then we'll back in under some cover because it's looking like it's gonna rain, which we're happy about. Well, those sure look like storm clouds. We usually don't have to worry about the wind giving us too much trouble with this elevator. However, I'm putting it down because that is the last thing that I want to fall and break. We gotta put a wagon of straw away before that rain gets here. It's coming.
So excited. I thought it was going around us. I was so upset.
I think the rain just got here. Is there another wagon?
No. That's it. The other one's empty.
Who parked us out there? I guess all the rain we missed out on for the last 2 weeks is coming right now.
But I'm guaranteeing it didn't beat.
That's cutting it pretty close.
Yeah. About as tough. If you go back with the wagon, it wouldn't be close.
Why are you wet?
Oh, you go get the flowers.
Oh no. That's how you can tell it hasn't rained in a while. Everybody's outside looking at it.
Amateurs, did you say there's one more plan out there and the girls go run out and get it?
Even in this weather, the customers are showing up. Well, everyone, it is now getting late and it is time to close up the farm market. We got quite a bit of rain, nothing too crazy. We got a little under a ½ inch of rain, which is nice. But now it's time to close up the farm market and then we'll be done for the day. And something else that's pretty cool, Grammy started making dill pickles, and these are spicy dill pickles. Did you just hear that crunch? Look at the flowers. There's some nice flowers. For dinner tonight, it looks like we're having noodles with meat sauce, which is something that I am very happy about. And then Grammy is getting some sweet corn out of the pot. So we've got sweet corn, then we've got noodles and meat sauce. Oh, this is gonna be a great meal. What are you doing? I missed you today.
Where's my pants?
Oh, did you hear Grandpa yelling for his pants?
Where's my pants? I can't find my pants.
They're on the chair. I washed them today.
That's my mouth. Well, everyone, it's that time of the day. We're getting ready to eat dinner. We're all sat down at the table. So that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. We hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yay!